Amen. Good evening, Rabbi. Question was asked, if somebody has to go to the bathroom, excuse my language, and there's also a prayer to do now, they're praying mincha. So the question is, what should he do? If he goes to the bathroom, he's going to miss minyan. Some of it maybe, or most of it, or all of it. Should he pray with the minyan, and then go to the bathroom, or go to the bathroom first and then pray with the minyan?
Go to the bathroom first because lo tishkitzu.
Oh, God bless you. So, here's the thing, right? That it says in the Shulchan Aruch, you also find in Yalkut Yosef brought down in Siman Tzadik Bet, in the Shulchan Aruch, he brings there that the truth is that when a person has to use a bathroom, he really shouldn't pray. So, as Avi said, our friend Avi, he said, right, that if a person doesn't use a bathroom and prays like that, so they say, that when you hold it in like that, you're holding it in, you're transgressing Bal Teshaketzu. What does that mean? Don't defile yourselves, don't defile your souls. It says in the Chumash, Bal Teshaketzu et nafshotechem. So the truth is that some say, by the way, this prohibition is only the Rabbanan. It's not really from the Torah. What does that mean? That when it says in Torah, Bal Teshaketzu, it's not really talking about this issue. So the rabbis learned it like a remez, like a allusion. So it's not really, from the Torah maybe, but nevertheless, the rabbi said, first use the bathroom and then go and pray. Even though you're going to miss the minyan. Why is that? First of all, you'll catch maybe part of it anyway, you'll catch the Chazrat HaShatz. That's okay also, you're considered to be praying with the minyan. A person who prays with the Chazrat HaShatz, say the Achronim, he's also considered to be with the minyan. You know where that's written? The source for that? The Rambam says this, Rambam says that when a person is praying, when the Chazan is doing Chazrat HaShatz, he's considered to be Tfilah B'tzibur. So therefore, a person can definitely rely on that in a time of need, and pray with the Tfilah Chazrat HaShatz, no problem. So therefore, he should go use the bathroom first, and then, even if he's going to miss the minyan altogether, totally miss the minyan, let's say in Arvit, right, there's no Chazrat HaShatz. So if he goes to the bathroom, maybe he'll miss it altogether. Nevertheless, better to go and use the bathroom, and then, you know why? Because praying with the minyan, what's more important? That's the question, right? Is it more important to pray with the minyan, or to pray after going to the bathroom? You're using the bathroom. Why is one more important than the other? That's the question. Why does using the bathroom push aside the prohibition of praying without a minyan?
If not, it's Torah.
Huh?
The prayer is not good because it's Torah if he has to go back.
Yeah, it's not really always Torah, It depends on how much you need to go, right? There's a whole discussion about that. We're going to get into that in a second, but, why is one more important than the other? Why does one push aside the other? So you know what the answer is? The answer is that praying with a minyan is not really 100% obligation, according to halakha. So what does that mean? The Shulchan Aruch tells you, try to go to minyan if you can, In other words, if you can go, try to go. You should always try to go to minyan. But if you didn't go, it's not like, you did a sin, because you couldn't go for some reason, let's say you had an emergency going on, something you had to do, so, you missed a minyan. It's not like you have a sin. There's no sin. So what does that mean? It says in Yalkut Yosef, the first chelek, the old version, which was written by Maran, the first chelek, the first volume was written by Maran himself. It wasn't written by Rabbi Yosef. So over there, he says, the Maran, in Yalkut Yosef, in Chelek Aleph, that praying with a minyan is mitzvah mina muvchar. You know what that means? The best way to do the mitzvah. Right? The best way. So what does that mean? It's not really mamash gamur, obligation, total obligation. Best way to do it. So therefore, since it's not really totally an obligation, better to use the bathroom first, because, you know what it says, right? In some of the Mikubalim, they bring this down. Ben Ish Chai, he brings down. He says that when a person prays, or learns Torah, and he needs to use a bathroom, what happens is that this goes like to the klipot, because, it's like he's in a state of tumah. You know what I mean? So it's not really doing something so good doing that. But the truth is, there's something similar brought down in the books of Maran. He writes regarding this issue, I think it's in Chavadat, he brings it down over there, in Sefer Chavadat. If a person, let's say, is teaching a class, right, in Torah, he's giving a shiur, and he needs to use the bathroom, but the problem is that he's in the middle of the shiur, so he doesn't want to really stop the shiur. So the question is, should he stop the shiur and say, okay, let me use the bathroom and I'll come back, because it's going to be bitul Torah, or should he first finish the shiur and then, and then use the bathroom? So over there, Maran says that he should first finish the shiur, not like what we said just now. So he brings over there this issue, that it's only really derabanan, this prohibition. So therefore, when it comes to learning, with the tzibur, teaching the tzibur to learn, which is something deoraita, it's not something derabanan. So over there, he says, just finish it off because learning with the tzibur is more important than going to the bathroom. That's what he says. So therefore, what we do is, in a case like that, we do finish the shiur and then we can go afterwards, because otherwise it's going to be bitul Torah. So it really depends on what you're doing and how you're doing.
What about if you really cannot hold it?
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, it's good you said that, because the truth is, we're not talking about that case. We're talking about a case where you can hold it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. If he can hold it for a while, how long, by the way, does he have to be able to hold it?
5 minutes.
72 minutes. If he can hold it for 72 minutes, then he's okay. But if he has to go right now, like emergency, so then how can you pray like that? You cannot pray. You cannot learn like that. Nothing. You have to first go for sure, right? No question.
Embarrassment.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's not ethical.
So does this apply also 72 minutes when you pray?
Okay. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to prayers, as we said, right, praying with a minyan is not so important like learning Torah, shiur, shiur Torah. By the way, you guys should know that. That's why the people, they have a wrong hashkafa, these people, some people, What they do is they come for prayers to the shul, to pray with the minyan, but when the Torah starts, they run out, So what does that mean? They consider to be prayers more important than Torah. Just the opposite, right? Torah is more important than the prayers. So why run out when the Divrei Torah starts? This is like, the truth is, honestly, I don't mean to criticize, but it's really a sin to run out when a Divrei Torah is starting. Unless you have to go, like you have no choice, right? There's something to do. You have an appointment, or let's say you have chavut to learn with. Okay, fine, But just to walk out, to hang around the street, smoke a cigarette, that's a sin. What does it say about that? It says, "Ki davar Hashem biza." He hates the words of Hashem. He runs out when they start Divrei Torah. This is not proper behavior. What kind of thing is this? As I said, sometimes you have to go. I'm not talking about that. But if you don't have to go, why run out? What do you consider minyan? So people, people who are ignorant, they always consider minyan more important than the Divrei Torah. But the truth is just the opposite, right? Learning Torah is more important than praying with the minyan. So the person has to have the proper priorities, in life, proper hashkafa, has to understand these things. Okay, whatever. But anyway, right, getting back to what we were saying, so as we said, right, that even if he can hold it for 72 minutes, the answer to your question is like this. He really should miss the minyan and go to the bathroom first. Because minyan is not so crucial. You know what I mean? But let's say b'diavad, right, he didn't go to the bathroom and he prayed. If he can hold it, yatzai dechobah, b'diavad, he fulfills his obligation for the prayers. Because he can hold it for a while. You know what I mean? But if he can't hold it, and it's an emergency, you know what I mean? And he did prayers like that, as Avi said, right? Tfilato to'eva, the tfilah is not accepted. You know what I mean? So you got to pray again, because your tfilah was no good. A case like that, right? We're not talking about that case. That's a very severe case. But that's the way it is, So what about here, right? Here's this interesting thing. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That came to my mind. When we pray on Yom Kippur, right?
Yeah.
We pray that, please forgive Hashem that I didn't make to pray in Minyan.
Oh, good. I like that. Good question.
But it doesn't say Teshaksut. I don't think that it mentions there about Teshaksut.
Oh, okay. I don't. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this. You know what it is. I'll tell you something. What you're saying is very interesting, but we can't learn halakha from prayers, you know what I mean? Like, just the opposite, right? We learn prayers from halakha. Right, just the opposite. So prayers are prayers, but the truth is that when it comes to Yom Kippur, we want to be forgiven for everything, you know what I mean? No matter what it was. As I told the guys yesterday, in the kollel last night, we were learning. We have a kollel now here, 8:30 in halakha. You should come, everybody should come. Very important learning, going strong, very strong learning going on over there. And we're learning Be'iyun and going deep into the halakha, very important. So, one of the things that I told them was like this, that, what were we talking about? I'm sorry, I forgot the whole...
Yom Kippur.
Right, Yom Kippur, yeah. So, what I told them was like this, that there's a chidah, Maran HaChidah, he writes. This was always brought down by Maran Ravadia. He always used to tell us this, Every month, just in case we forgot, he would remind us every month or so. So what would he remind us? He would say, it says in the Maran HaChidah, in his book Machazik Bracha, it says over there that if a person who's Sfaradi, does like the Ramah, like Ashkenazim, instead of doing like Maran, like a Sfaradi, he does like Ashkenazim minhagim, So it says the Chidah, he needs kapara and vidui for Yom Kippur, because he is doing Ashkenazi, minhagim. So you see from there, even little things like this, Ati tosh Torah timecha, right? You shouldn't abandon the customs of your community, So don't be, one day Ashkenaz, one day Sfard, what is this? Are you a serious person, like get serious with life, You have one, you can't be one today and one tomorrow. Like what's going on? You got to be consistent in life. That's the way it is, So here also, the same thing, right? So that's the thing, So when it comes to Yom Kippur, we want to be forgiven for everything, Even the little things, like not going to minyan, which is not such a big thing, Like once in a while, everybody misses minyan, you know what I mean? Like nobody's perfect, What can you do? That's the way it is, But anyway.
And if you go to Ashkenazi shul and you're Sephardic, right?
Oh. Oh, good. You're asking a good question. Very good question. These are excellent questions.
I have an answer.
Okay. Oh, what do you say, Avi? Avi has already an answer for you.
The Torah says, I read, when people are sleeping, you gotta sleep, not to be awake. When people are happy, you should smile also.
Okay.
Not be sad.
Yeah, okay.
You have to do according to the minhag.
All right, sounds good to me. Okay, I agree with that.
Whatever you are.
So anyway, right, getting back to what we were saying, your question was what? Regarding the minyan, right? So the truth is, we mentioned last night some interesting things, so I'll just repeat it for you, so you should know. I talked about this before, but people forget, sometimes. Not everybody's here all the time also, that we know there's a story like this, true story, that the Arizal, when he came to the city of Tzfat, he found over there the big Chachamim over there, who were learning there. Maran Bet Yosef was there, Rav Moshe Al-Shich, and Rav Moshe Cordovero, and who else was there? Some big people. Rav Chaim Vital was there, And that's where he met Rav Chaim Vital. He met him in Tzfat. He met him over there. So what happened was that, once the Arizal, he himself was Ashkenazi from his father's side, you know what I mean? So his name was Luria, right? Which is Ashkenazi name. So what happened was that, but all of a sudden, he started to go to the Sfaradi minyan, he was going to, which minyan he was going to? To Maran Bet Yosef. He liked Maran, so he was going over there to pray. He was only going to Maran Shul. That's all he did, right? So, they asked him, they said, yeah, but you're Ashkenazi, why don't you go to Ashkenazi minyan? That's what they asked him, So they said that, that the Sfaradi Nusach is better, that's why, he said, that's why I come here. According to Kabbalah, the Sfaradi Nusach is better, So, this is the reason why he was going there. And we talked about also last night, that on the high holy days though, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, he used to go to Ashkenazi minyan. Why? Because over there, the minhag is totally different. So, like the Sfaradi minyan and Ashkenazi is totally different, So regarding what you're asking, what do you call it? If a person, just goes to, once in a while Ashkenazi minyan, there's no problem with that. We're not talking about that. There's no issue with that. Was that your question or something else you were asking? Yeah, so, like if you can't find a Sfaradi minyan, you can go to Ashkenazi minyan, no problem.
No, I said that he prayed like Ashkenaz.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, this is also another incredible question, which is that, this comes up, by the way, very commonly. You know what happens? A Sephardi guy goes to Ashkenazi minyan, and the Ashkenazim are tough people, they're strong, So they tell you, oh, you want to pray? Come. Okay, but here's the Siddur. This one, not yours. This Siddur you're going to use. Oh, that Siddur. Oh, I see. Okay, So the question is, should a Sephardi guy, go and pray with the Siddur of the Ashkenazim or not. So the truth is, there's a tshuva about this in Yed Omer, Maran, Rabbi. He has a tshuva on this. You know what he says? Not allowed to go up there, to tell him, I'm sorry, either you let me pray with my Siddur, or I'm not going up. You choose, you're the boss, you know what I mean? You're the balabait. You tell me what you want. Either I go with mine, or I don't go. So let somebody else go, That's what he says. So why does he say that? Exactly what I told you about the Arizal, you know what I mean? That from the Arizal, also it's written in the Rav Chaim Vital, the books of Rav Chaim Vital, which all comes from the Arizal, these books. This Chokhmah over there. It says over there that the Arizal said that there's 12 gates in Shemaim, for each tribe, that each, gate, each tribe has one gate where their prayers go through there. You know what I mean? So he says that with the Sephardi Siddur, it goes through all the gates. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter which tribe you're from. You're Zevulun, Binyamin, whatever you are, Levi, Kohen, doesn't make any difference. Whatever you are, whatever tribe you come from, if you're praying with the Sephardi Siddur, it goes everywhere. It's like, it's universal, money. You know what I mean? It's like universal. It doesn't get rejected anywhere. It gets accepted everywhere. Like, American Express, like it goes everywhere. That's the way it is, right? So, this is the reason why, Maran, he said that Sephardi should not pray Ashkenaz Nusach ever. You know what I mean? Because of this reason. You should, even if they ask them to go up in Ashkenazi Minyan, tell them, sorry, either I go with mine or I don't feel good, I have to use a bathroom, excuse me, I have 72 minutes.
I have a question.
Yeah, okay, yes.
If we have 72 minutes to study, you can go 5 minutes in the bathroom and then continue studying.
Ooh.
Is this a good question?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
You said if you have to go bathroom and you learn it, if you can hold it, you should study for the hour, whatever.
No, not study. No. I said go use the bathroom and come pray. No, not study. Not study. No. We didn't say that. So did we answer all the questions, by the way? We answered everything?
Yes.
Okay, Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen, amen. רבי חנניה בן שאומר, אצל הקדוש ברוך הוא זכות ישראל, ולפיכך חיבר להם תורה ומצוות, שנאמר אדוני חפש, למען צדקו ידיר תורה וידיר.